Afternoon, Chris Brock here with ChatGPT for Business and Life. We had some real interesting issues this week with the big tech platforms, Facebook and LinkedIn, going down. So we've sort of moved around some of our timing. We usually do this on Wednesday night. We wanted to do this today just to share some of the updates of what we were able to create over the last few weeks to share with the community. What we have been able to create is what I would term a Netflix like experience for AI. So, with our platform that has 6,000 videos, you can easily navigate and find the right content for you. Working with a lot of great companies, SaaS providers. Alden Du Rosario at Custom GPT was a real push for us to build a home for our community. So, not just a feed like we see typically in the Facebook ecosystem on ChatGPT for Business and Life, but sort of find a home. We're sharing so much value and so much content, but unfortunately, it only lives on the feed for about 12 to 48 hours tops. So if we were able to build something that could be a nice little home to share some of these valuable things that are coming about, but are sometimes just difficult to find, that's one thing that we really focused on over the last month. And earlier this week, we ended up launching this at the GAI Insights Learning Lab workshop with Paul Beyer. And there was a really profound quote that essentially said that the future is curation and maybe not just content creation. So, what I'm going to show you now is a little bit of what we consider a great platform, no matter where you're going into AI, to best learn and find out how to utilize AI in a way that's best for you, your business, your daily life. So, what we have here, we have a Netflix like interface. And this Netflix like interface that we have designed is set up so it's easy to navigate and find content that is relevant, rigorous, that it's easy to find and easy to navigate. So, what's really cool on the top header, we broke it down by categories by AI news. Discover AI. So that covers your introduction to AI. All the thought leaders we were able to compile. So whether you want to know what NVIDIA CEO is saying, or what Sam Altman at OpenAI or Greg Brockman, also of OpenAI, are saying, maybe it's Elon Musk, Jan LeCun, who was just on the Lex Friedman podcast yesterday. Whoever you're really interested in learning about, or even if you don't know them, who were the sort of founders that made this generative AI movement happen, you can go in and you can easily find all of the major speeches and workshops that we could compile that were presented, in this case, by Sam Altman. So you can easily watch, find, and see everything that CEO of OpenAI has been working on and his thoughts. Also, when you talk about AI, it gets to be very technical, and we didn't want to take the technical out of this experience. So you can dive deep into transformer architecture, neural networks, natural language processing, quantum computing, and its impact on AI. You can also look at self-supervised learning, reinforcement learning. You can learn about vectorized machines and databases. So if you want to take that deep dive, you can. We also, and I'll show you what we're doing with the university courses as well. My background, I've always loved philosophy. So we have tied in some concepts in philosophy that people may want to know more about, whether it's the Turing test, or John Searle came up with a Chinese room argument that I think's never been more relevant than it is today, because it really is a thought experiment on Does a computer really think, or is it just following commands? And there's a lot of literature, and it turns out a lot of videos on that philosophy and why that philosophy is important. A guy named Thomas Nagel came up with an idea of what is it like to be a bat, and I think that's super important for us to reflect on, because if we are able to build an AGI, we should know what our limits are and what we can know possibly about the other AGI, or in this case a bat in this philosophical context. But it's a really great deep dive into some of the hard problems of AI consciousness. And then I always studied intentionality coming from a phenomenological background, so I have that in there. Always love philosophy. What's been one of the biggest things that I've seen over the last few weeks, few months, are people that are very concerned about humans in the loop, AI for good, AI for people, the ethical and responsible deployment of AI. So we compiled all of that information, whether it was coming from conferences or direct from big tech like Microsoft and their responsible AI initiative. It's all here, so it's easy to find, easy layout, and you can take a deep dive into ethical AI. We went through AI technology. So we went and found all the foundational models and we pulled in their content into one place. So whether you're looking at Gemini or ChatGPT, or if you want to dive deep into Grok or Meta and Llama or other open source AI models, they're in the platform. We also took a nice little overview of the major AI platforms that are sort of auxiliary to the foundational models. So we're sponsored and love customgpt.ai. They have a RAG-based model that enables you to quickly and easily build AI chatbots for your site. And I got a really cool demo of how we're using that platform on our Netflix-like platform to be the personalized recommendation engine for users. Beyond that, it's probably important to know Hugging Face and LangChain or Llama Index and Runway and Pinecone and Perplexity and all these great platforms. There's a lot out there. We just wanted to have a place that you could learn about what these platforms are, how to utilize them for your business and life, and put it in a place that it's easy to follow, easy to engage, but as deep as you want to go. We also do this for hardware. There's not a ton of hardware players in comparison to the software players, but if you want to see what NVIDIA is doing, Intel, AMD, Cerebras, we have some others that are coming online that I think cover the AI hardware and data center space. We have hosting. What may be a big fit for most of our current users of ChatGPT for business and life, or just how do you use ChatGPT in a way that makes sense, and in a way that you can take this basic ChatGPT and start prompting it in a way that you can do it for work. So we have a really nice pool of videos around prompting. We have another setup around AI art generation, whether you're using DALL-E or you're using Midjourney. There's really great tutorials within this platform that you can follow. And you don't got to do that deep dive on YouTube to find these really unique, helpful videos. All of these videos were curated by a person. We do have some really cool algorithms on how we've built this out, but we really wanted to make it a location that you could go to and find any content that you would desire. And again, going deep as you would like. So if you go to the university courses on AI, this is as deep dive as you can get. So you can watch the freeware courses from MIT. So you can learn AI with MIT and machine learning. You can see the introduction to deep learning, which are actual courses that have been taught at MIT. We have courses from Stanford in machine learning and the evolution of natural language processing understanding. We have courses from UC Berkeley, the University of Texas at Austin, the University of Cambridge, Georgia Tech, Caltech, Harvard, Carnegie Mellon. We even have some other universities, and we're always open and having our eyes peeled to bring in more university content. We have AI Learning Labs by GAI Insights. They're out of Boston. They're doing a phenomenal job. And on every Monday, they have a great learning lab led typically by Paul Beyer that they go through how to use AI and they actually do real demos and real world use cases. You can learn AI with Google, IBM, Microsoft, AWS. We really tried to find all the big tech players and what information they're providing to us. We wanted to be sure to provide that to all of our users. So the next thing we thought would be great is what if we could break this down by category. So, how can a consumer product good learn how to use AI? What's the future of brands? How's AI going to impact brand awareness? So, we have AI around your industry or business type. So, whether you're a startup or CPG, if you're in energy or fintech, if you're in government and policy, if you're in healthcare, hospitality and tourism, legal services, manufacturing, media and entertainment, real estate, retail, software development, telecom, transportation, and logistics. We were able to find content that is the latest around AI for your industry and house that in a way that's easy to find and hopefully impactful for your business. One thing that you may know that obviously being in ChatGPT for business and life, we are about the life aspect of AI. So, how as a family do you approach this as a parent? How do your kids approach it? How do your teens approach it? How do you talk with your teens? How can you provide content to your teens on how to responsibly and ethically use AI? Because there's no doubt AI is going to impact them for their entire life. So, with that, just trying to give resources that parents and teens can utilize. We even have some for the kids. Definitely recommend you watch that first or view the content and then share that with your kids that makes sense. We have AI in popular culture. I love science fiction. It's a lot different than the facts out there, but no doubt there's a lot of great content around popular culture, movies that mention AI. And then we even broke this out for AI for educators because we felt that it'd be very vital for people to be able to be educators that are going to utilize AI to teach the future. So we broke out education in a special area. Um, Almost at the end of this pod setup, we have all the AI podcasts. We'd love to add more, but currently we have Lex Friedman, Creativity Squared by Helen Todd, and Eye on AI. What's great about this is that with Lex Friedman, for instance, not only did we just pull in his content to make it easy to find, but we actually curated the conversations of the interviews with people that were specifically talking about AI. These are very fascinating. And Jan LeCun's conversation, he had round 3 yesterday. Here was round 2. You can catch them all right here. One easy place to find everything you need to find about AI. We also looked at all the TED Talks that we could find and bring those in that were specifically around AI. So by gathering those, compiling them, and making sure that they're easy to find, you can go right into the site and easily, quickly find that content. So that's sort of the overview of the content that we're bringing in. We do bring in all the AI conferences, which are fascinating. I don't think there's enough attention outside of the conference on some of these talks. So if you want to find the latest in AI conferences, go here and you're going to be able to find the best in class AI conversations across all different conference styles, all geared towards generative AI. What we have next, and what's really cool, we have this AI news platform that GAI Insights, you might have seen them stream in our platform at 7:30 a.m. EST to go over the daily news. So we are pulling in all of the daily generative AI news by GAI Insights in a way that you can keep up with the daily news. We're not quite CNN, but we're not doing too bad for a small operation that has been able to replicate a video environment in this Netflix style environment for AI. What's really cool, once we got the videos in, we realized that there were a couple other gaps that we left out. One was, how can we create AI that could be trained on our platform? And by training it on all of these videos, how could we make a personalized AI that could help you find the content that makes sense to you right now? So, what we were able to create is a chatbot um, built on a RAG based AI, which stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Once we created the Netflix style component, we were then able to train the AI on the video content. So if you want to ask a question to the AI, you can prompt it. And the goal is that this AI will give you personalized feedback, answers, and links to the videos on the platform that make sense to the educator or the user of the platform. So in this example, let's say you prompted, I am in education, I am on a board looking to deploy AI safely and responsibly in the classroom. What should I do and what should I know? I don't think you got to say what should I watch, but it wouldn't hurt. But we're just going to ask it, what should I know, and see if the program will tell us which shows we should watch. So, first, it's going to tell us that deploying AI safely and responsibly in the classroom is a critical endeavor. It requires careful planning, understanding of the technology, and considerations of ethical implications. What's really cool about this is that, very similar to ChatGPT, it's going to give us a text based answer on things we should look into. Understand the basics of AI, identify the educational goals, consider ethical implications, evaluate AI tools, implement with care, and provide training and support, monitor and assess, and stay informed of this rapidly evolving field. So, all, in my opinion, really solid suggestions. Now, this is where it gets really cool, is that we have been able to build the AI in a way that it's going to tell us things that in the video site would make sense for us to watch. So, gain a deeper understanding of the ethical considerations and challenges of deploying AI in various sectors, including education. Classroom 2050, Unleashing AI, XR, and Gaming. This video discusses the future of education with AI, XR, and gaming, providing insights into how these technologies can be integrated into the classroom responsibly. Then human-centered approaches to supporting fairness in AI. So let's see if this Classroom 2050 is a video that would make sense. It is definitely designed in a way, and though I haven't watched this, it's definitely designed to give us a feel of what the future of AI in the classroom really means and could be of a benefit to the educator. Now, if we wanted to have a deeper dive of education, you can continue with the chat bot. You can say, I am a teacher. What videos should I watch on AI? So, a very direct question. You can ask it almost any type of question around AI, and if it's in our parameters, it'll answer. We have trained it on all of our videos, and as we continue to add more videos to the platform, the AI will continually learn with the content to give us the best options. So, again, artificial intelligence in high school students, how to explain artificial intelligence to kids in under 3 minutes, coding kids at Camp 12, why AI coding for kids is important, how YouTube knows what you should watch, Crash Course in AI, a part of a Crash Course AI series. This video could provide insights into the recommendation algorithms, a key concept in AI, which you can use to explain AI, how it impacts daily life. So there's several ways that we are planning to deploy this personalized AI bot to help you find the content that makes sense. What you may have noticed with this platform is that we are the AI online classroom. So we didn't just want to create a Netflix for AI. though I think we have, like I said, we're up to 6,000 videos across multiple categories, and we're going to continue to bring in new content daily. What we also can do, and there's several ways you can interact with the site. On the right hand bottom corner is our chatbot powered by customgpt.ai. On the left side, however, there's ways that you can start to get started with AI. Maybe you're looking for a certain sector of videos. Maybe you want to chat with our chatbot. Maybe you want to view our events calendar, and we're starting to work on this. It's very rudimentary, but we're going to try to bring in all of the meetups and all of the Eventbrite events, plus the major conferences that we're a part of. And people are contacting us to make sure that we have an events calendar to help you find human interaction events in person near your home. Or if you're wanting to travel to some of the better, bigger AI conferences, we're working with international conferences, and in the US, major conferences. So they'll all be in that area. We also realize that there's a need for other information. One of the big things that we saw over at ChatGPT for Business and Life, one of the things that do really well are ChatGPT and AI cheat sheets or one pagers. So we are compiling all types of one pagers in a method that you can get those quick um, poster style content around AI that's very helpful, very to the point, and we have dozens, if not hundreds, of great AI cheat sheets on the site. Everything that I'm showing you right now is totally for free for your usage and benefit. And it was really how we could help our community to find some of this great content that we've seen, but it's very hard to keep up with and share. One thing that we realized is that AI is not just about the person, it's really about the tools. So we have this portion of the site that I think we're going to be able to expand pretty significantly. We wanted to start off with all the AI foundational models. What are they? They're sort of ranked here. I don't know if that's the best way for us to do it, but we did want to list all of the possible foundational models in a way that if you want to get started with Gemini, you can just click the button. If you want to read a review about Gemini and the pros and cons, you can. But you can easily click a button and be right at Gemini. So you can start with that foundational model today. We just really wanted to make this an easy way for users to connect with the foundational models, understand what these foundational models are, and get to um, that platform easy and quick. The next step that we're doing is we're actually adding instant impact AIs. We have a couple really great ones coming into the platform. We're really excited to partner with some of these major peripheral AIs and provide access in ways that are trustable, reliable, and a very clean way that you can learn about, in this case, customgpt.ai, learn what it is, and also learn how to get to it and sign up. We wanted to ensure that not only are we showing videos, sharing the cheat sheets and posters, but also sharing access to the AIs that are making these impacts or will be making these impacts in our life. The next step higher, and this is what we're starting to really build out and work on, is that this is the AI online classroom. And I often forget that some people don't use ChatGPT or haven't really used AI or have used the free versions but have never really jumped in. There's other significant areas where we're talking to large organizations that want to utilize AI, but they're in an exploratory phase and they really need educated on how AI is going to impact their business immediately. And on the flip side, there's ways that you can utilize AI, but somebody has to build it. Even if it's a no-code and low-code platform, somebody has to do the work. So we have a blended mix of courses. So if you're new to AI, we have some ways to just get started with ChatGPT. If you are wanting to implement an AI like a chatbot with custom GPT, you can take the course. It's going to walk you through how to set up your account and then actually dives deep into how to set up your first chatbot, how to train it quickly, how to find sitemaps, which are now used for these AIs to learn from a website so you can train these chatbots quickly, how to embed it on your site. Everything that you need to know about utilizing this platform is here. We're working on expanding this to all types of platforms. That way, you know how to use ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, and maybe some other foundational models, but also Midjourney and DALL-E, how to utilize some of these really cool platforms, all the way to like a Stable Diffusion, and I'm sure eventually like a Sora. And whether it's text to image or text to video prompting, we want to have a home that you can go to and learn about those platforms. Some of these platforms will be free, they'll always be free, and they're going to be designed specifically for you to utilize them. Others may take a deeper dive, and we're going to work on ensuring that we can get best in class practitioners to help us formulate these courses. But if you're in legal, how can you deploy AI and legal services? How can you use cybersecurity protocols when you're launching AI projects within your organizations? If you're new to prompting, how do you just use prompting? How do you understand that texts, images, numbers, and sounds, how that can be created with prompts? Very rudimentary for many people, but many people still are at that learning phase. So we have very easy onboarding classes all the way to like future ready facilities. How's IoT, AI, and ESG and building lifecycle management? How's that going to work? How's AI going to impact small businesses, and how can those small businesses unlock the growth for their business using AI? How can CPG utilize AI for their brands? How can AI be improved in healthcare, implemented in healthcare, and how is generative AI a little bit different than the AI that's been apparent in the health community for some time? So we're a little bit different than just machine learning. It's now generative AI. So we take a deep dive into the healthcare aspects of AI, and getting now to a little bit of the easiest stuff. What are a foundational AI model? Some stuff that we may take for granted. A lot of people really don't understand the difference, or they don't understand the difference between closed source and open source. You may have seen Elon Musk sending out memes about OpenAI should be called closed AI. That's a very valid meme coming from a very large personality. So what does this mean? What does open source AI mean versus closed source AI? And where does OpenAI fit in that realm? So we go on somewhat of a deep dive on the foundational AI models. We try to demystify AI language models to make it easy for everyone to do an introduction. And then we have some easy starts. So like, how do you get started with ChatGPT? This is just walking you through how to get a paid account. So nothing mind blowing, but just another connection, because some people need a little bit of guidance. And when I first got into tech, I realized that there was a lot of time and effort that I had to spend on my own in order to learn and produce software. And some things that I learned either through videos or online learning and doing it myself. And some things that I wanted to do were incredibly simple. So some of the things we're sharing here are incredibly simple, but very impactful. But we do try to go up level. So if you want to start using the API, we have a course around that as well. So overall, this is the AI Online Classroom. The TV at the end, if you go /TV, is our Netflix-like platform, 6,000 videos and adding more often. We will take community notes. So if you are interested in bringing in new content that you're not seeing here, you'll absolutely be able to notify us so we can get that on the site. If you know anybody that's running a great podcast or running a great conference or just creating really great content around AI that could be beneficial, I'm sure we can find them a home here. We're also working with some of the largest platforms in AI to provide the connectedness to the community so you can figure out how to take that next step into AI. If you're a startup, we've had several conversations with like Microsoft and sort of giving you access to easily find their startup founders hub. And same thing with AWS and some of these other platforms that are really startup friendly. How do you find those tools in one ecosystem? That is the hope that the AI online classroom becomes. And hopefully over time, this becomes bigger and more beneficial than other sources out there, and gives us that capability to move beyond just a Facebook feed, but actually have a home for great and amazing content. The last thing that not quite up here yet, but we will be sure to show next week. We have started aggregating RSS feeds and news feeds from the major players, whether it's an OpenAI or a NVIDIA or Claude, Anthropic. The large players were pulling in their feeds. So if they update their blogs, it's going to come into our platform in a news read sort of fashion, but in a news feed. We're also looking at the major universities. So as MIT or Stanford or Carnegie Mellon create great AI content, we're putting the university content together and putting it in an easy to search, find location. So this is the hope that the AI online classroom becomes the video station, the recommendation engine, the news source, and if you're interested, how you can utilize AI in your business by going through our courses. Now, as many of you may know, I started this group, which I'm so thankful for. I love all the members. I love the growth. I love the community and all of the great conversations that we have. Before I started this community, I operate and still do a company called Primary Hosting. We're a cloud brokerage platform, and we've been deploying technology for the last 7 years across all types of verticals with success. And we knew that generative AI was this next shift, this paradigm shift in the world. So what we are working on and is in the workings here that you can see, if you actually need some help to take AI to the next level in your business, we've done two things. We have created our cloud brokerage chatbot that will help you answer questions about leveraging AI and technology in your business, maybe what you need to do. There's ways for you to get AI readiness reports from us. And obviously, you can set up demos and meetings with us, and we can dive deep into your business and figure out ways that you can proactively adopt AI in a way that's responsible, ethical, and really drives home the value of artificial intelligence in your business. How can you make your employees more effective, more impactful, open up more time for them to do their core job by automating mundane tasks? We have that with our primary hosting side, so you can absolutely jump in and talk to me or one of my team members on how we're utilizing AI across industries. So that's the AI online classroom. Please check it out. Please utilize it. I think it's a great resource with all types of content designed for you. We're open. We love your comments in the group, and we would appreciate your feedback and usage of the AI online classroom and the Netflix like platform. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, and we are sure that we can work on making this the best experience and ecosystem for AI learners, adopters, and users worldwide. So with that, I'm going to close out this week's AI online classroom overview and our innovation studio. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I know we got a couple chats here that I see in the post, so thank you very much. If there's any questions, um, it's absolutely important that we answer. So let's see. I'm not sure if the consumer proposition curated highest quality videos about AI or is AI generated content. This is the highest quality video. So we didn't really just, this isn't just like a headless AI channel. We actually went out and got the best content around AI, typically developed by people. So if you want to learn AI, we're going to find the best people, the best practitioners, the best thought leaders, and the best producers of content and put them here. So we're not doing too much of the headless AI stuff. We actually sort of tried to make a strategic decision on not involving that. Um, are there planned sequences or certificates like Coursera or MITx in our courses? Absolutely, we're going to be able to provide certificates for you. We're actually working on a really cool product. Maybe we'll sort of announce it next week. But for you watching now, we know that there's like AI policy that's very important for companies. Over the last year, I've been a heavily strong user and advocate for AI, but businesses are a little bit more concerned on how to implement AI. They're also concerned about the news headlines of when AI went awry on businesses that they want to avoid. So we are working on a policy sort of AI that you can build for your company and share with your employees to make sure your AI policy is in place. But for the other higher end AIs, we absolutely hope so, that we can provide some type of certification where appropriate. Um, Congrats on your launch. Thank you very much. Love this offering. Thank you. Nice one. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for the comments. Have an amazing weekend and make sure to check out the AIonlineclassroom.com/TV if you want to check out the TV station. And we appreciate your feedback. We appreciate you dive deep into AI.